What's the final tally?
Curses. So we had one hell, and again, these curses are just from Nick Cage. There's other swearing in this movie, but we only track what Nick Cage says. So these are just from Eddie. So we had one hell, two goddams, one shit, one asshole, two bullshits, three bitches, and 34 fucks. Just so you know, the total curses for both Wicker Man and Grand Isle were 34 total. And this movie had 34 fucks alone. And I almost wanted to count the long, drawn-out fuck as like 4 of them because it was so epic, but I didn't. I still counted it as 1.
Did you count the guy's shirt as a fuck?
No, because that's not Nick Cage.
Yeah, that's
saying.
true.
If Nick Cage was wearing the shirt, I would have called it, counted it. And I will say, too, while he's having his free, I may have missed some because, again, he's like muttering gibberish. And I thought at one sometimes he was saying fuck, but he was just being like, fa or something like that, you know, and not fully swearing. But those were the ones that I could clearly make out.
Yeah.
And there were still 34 of them.
Wow. That's impressive.
Awesome.
I think at least half of them came from those 2 scenes where he freaks out in the strip club and then when he goes in and freaks out in the hotel room.
I'm wondering if you actually did a comparison of the whole movie, of all of the cursing in the entire movie versus how much came out of Nick Cage, if it would still, like, his amount would eclipse the rest of the whole movie.
Oh, yeah, I totally would.
Yeah.
Yeah, there weren't that many other curses from other players or other characters. It was definitely mostly him.
Yeah,
it's just in the second act, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, the one that you read that was like, what, you fucking fucker, filthy.
I wrote it out in the notes exactly the way that it was in the movie. It's like, goddamn fucking filthy rat.
Our grand total of Cage curses is now up to 78 between the 3 movies.
Wow, 78, and how many was this one?
44 in this movie alone. 34 of those was the word fuck.
Jesus.
So, yeah, 3/4 of his swears in this were fuck alone.
Probably 3/4 of his lines, the words in his script. We added a tracker for this episode because previous to this, we didn't have any nudity. And then once nudity popped on the screen, I was like, oh, we should probably track that too. So in this movie, and I went back and added the one slight instance of nudity from Grand Isle, which was one fancy ass in that movie.
You can see a nip slip in one part.
Yeah.
Too.
Oh, is there?
When she's on the ground, when they get up after having sex next to the bathtub, she like sort of angles the side, and you can sort of see her nipple. So
gotta add that.
Technically, there's a nip slip in there.
Okay. So in this movie, we had a grand total of 6 breasts. So three sets. I feel like there is a possibility that we're only going to see like one at a time. So I wanted to give the full number. So 6 breasts, one majorly way too long shot of Michael Biehn's ass. So we have a grand total of 6 breasts, 1 man ass, and 1 lady ass. And technically like 1/4 of a breast in Grand Isle, if you count that one nip slip.
Just call it 1 breast.
Okay, so 7 breasts. 7 breasts so far. See, that's why we have to count them all individually.
Yeah.
So we'll move into the kill tracker. So for this movie, we had 1 kill, fake beard guy, and then we had 1 death of our
3 for
hero.
3 so far.
Yeah. So he's had a kill in every movie. So we're 3 there and 3 deaths, and I feel like eventually this will either speed up or slow down, but we're on a good pace for now.
I think eventually we're gonna watch a movie where he doesn't die, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be weird
At some point.
I think so.